Well, at 4:04, this is where your indication is going to be about the light in Barsapara, and it's an indication that yes, a 4:30 extension might not be possible on all of the days. So, bad light has halted play with over 8.1 overs to go. It's been a very attritional day of Test cricket in Guwahati. 247 for 6 that South Africa have made. No one's gotten a major score. I mean, they've all gotten starts. Test Stumps top scoring with 49. Temba Bavuma hitting 41. Senuran Muthuswamy kind of hung in there with 25. Tony De Zorzi tried, but towards the last over, I mean, it was the last over of the day, he fell. So, India will, it is, I think, a shared day. South Africa would not be too upset with 247 for 6. But Kuldeep Yadav, the star with 3 wickets. Siraj, a lion-hearted spell of 18 overs, 1 wicket he's taken. Jasprit Bumrah also 1 for 38. And Ravindra Jadeja got the very important wicket of Temba Bavuma. But, gents, shared day? Or do you think India are on top?
No, India are definitely not on top. I think South Africa would be happy with how things have gone. The third session, though, was definitely all India. 4 wickets to get and pull yourself back into a game which a lot of people were anticipating that you're in for a big batting effort and a long time of toiling for the Indian bowlers. I think they'll be very happy with what they've done. Once again, of course, proves that they don't need conditions to go their way if they are to get wickets.
Yeah. I think it was a shared day. Because if South Africa had just managed over 200, close to 200, and lost 6 wickets, then I think it would have been advantage India. But I think India pulled their lens. The tactics were spot on in the third session. In the second session, they had just allowed the game to drift. Then, looking at it, Pant realized, okay, I've allowed the game to drift far too often. I've got my tactics spot on. Kuldeep bowled the right lens, right lines. 3 for 48, and yet again showing that skill and class. You don't need pitches to help you. You can just rely on your own skills and you get 3 great wickets. And Siraj towards the end, good new ball spell of 5 balls. Let's see how it pans out. And I think if they restrict South Africa to under 300, I think it'll be a job well done for India.
I have a slight different take on this. I mean, and I'll tell you why I say that. For me, the day belongs to India. Primarily because of what they've managed to achieve in the final session. 4 wickets in the final session. So if I just look at the session, eyes closed, I think all of us will agree the final session is India's. But why do I say the day belongs to India? For me, is that looking at the pitch and the conditions that were on offer, I think there wasn't much for the bowlers. Not much purchase for the bowlers, whether you're a fast bowler, whether you're a spinner, and I'll probably get deeper into it. There wasn't any vicious turn if I'm a spinner, which is something that we've gotten used to. The only slight advantage or some sort of help that a spinner got in this track was that extra bounce because of the red clay. So that extra bounce is certainly there. Why the Indian team didn't make use of that, that's something that we'll get to a little later. But that's the only thing that's there on offer for the spinners. Nothing overly in favor of fast bowlers. There's nothing in terms of reverse swing that came about. You waited for the ball to get old. After 50 overs, I was hoping some reverse swing will come. That wasn't the case. So no, help there for fast bowlers. That is why India was so quick to take the next new ball. Usually they push it because everyone wants to utilize that reverse swing. But because there was no reverse swing also happening, so nothing for the bowlers. Now, with that being the case, nothing for the bowlers from either the conditions nor the pitch. Then, if I lost the toss and if you ask me 247 for 6, the opposition is, will you take it? I would have taken it. If I was Rishabh Pant, start of the day, after having lost the toss, because let me reverse the situation, probably this will give you a better idea as to why I think this is India's day. Reverse the situation, India has won the toss and they're sitting at 247 for 6. I'm not happy. I'm like, you won the toss, you have the best batting conditions, this pitch will deteriorate, and maybe the next time you come out to bat, you will not get as good conditions as this. So make full utilization of batting first, of winning the toss, and you have just got 247 for 6. No. Should have done a bit more. Couple more wickets have fallen than I would have wanted from India had they been batting first. So with that in mind, I think India would be happy. You get them anywhere below 300, which you should. I think you should be in a happy position. From there on, get a score above 300, try and take a first innings lead because you're going to be batting last, and I don't think it'll be impossible to do that. So that's how I see it.
Have we already started seeing a bit of the deterioration? Although not a rapid one like it's on Kolkata, but with Kuldeep's wickets, was it short selection? I think the pitch started to show some signs of slow deterioration.
Which wickets? Obviously, a couple of shots were aggressive shots. One against Jadeja, one against Kuldeep that you have gotten.
What about the one that he bowled to Stubbs?
Stubbs as well. I think it was caught in the slips. Yeah, nothing to do with the pitch. Bad shot. Shouldn't have been chasing that delivery. Again,
Mulder.
Yeah, Mulder was being aggressive. Yeah, tried to take the aerial route. Got caught. So I can't see anyone really being troubled by the pitch. Even fast bowlers have had to work for their wickets. Whether it is Jasprit Bumrah with the beauty of the delivery that he got a wicket early on, or whether it was Siraj right at the end of Tony Dazorzi, good delivery, got him in that corridor of uncertainty and has gotten wickets. So I see no help from the pitch as such. And that brings me to the next question. India has course corrected, clearly.
Yeah.
They haven't walked the talk. They told you after Eden, this is the pitch we wanted, we are happy with it. Then why didn't we have the same pitch here?
See, Gambhir had to give a justification. He clearly blundered, but he had to give some kind of justification. So what do you do then? That's why you came up with this. This is exactly the pitch that we wanted. To deflect all the blame, he's happy being the target. I think that is what Gambhir's philosophy is.
So basically you are saying they wanted a pitch like this in Kolkata. They asked the curator to do it. So just to get it right, Kolkata, they were expecting a pitch to help fast bowlers. They saw that. They said, no, change it. Make it like this. He tried to make it like that. It backfired. It became a much worse pitch. And that's not the pitch that India wanted. But Gambhir then did the sacrifice and came and fronted up and took the blame for the curator. But that's not the pitch he wanted. He wanted a pitch like this. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes. You see, you have to course correct now. Look, the heat is on him. Gambhir will not admit to the fact that, okay, we blundered tactically. Did he do that in the press conference? That is the one thing he will not admit to. He had to say, this is the kind of pitch that who in their right mind would want that kind of a pitch in which you lost in 2.5 days?
I don't know, because he's known to be a guy who's quite honest.
And he has been a fan of rank turners also.
So then what gives you a thing that rank turner is not something that he wanted?
He's always been an advocate of rank turners.
Talking about pitch, and the conversation continues as we speak.
Well, they always...
The coach having a long conversation with the Barsapara curator.
Yeah.
And what does body language tell you?
He seems to be okay. He's not too flustered.
Okay.
Really? I can see a lot of flustering on that brow.
No, but that is always Gambhir. That frown always. But I don't think, as compared to Kolkata, he looks a little bit more relaxed.
So you think this is actually the pitch that India always wanted?
Yes.
No, I disagree. I disagree. I think they didn't want this, a sporting pitch, a slow turner. Because I remember team management being not very happy about a slow turner when they got it in Delhi. For the second West Indies, they were not happy about it. They want pitches that turn. But having said that, what the curators have done here is be smart and say we can't change the nature of the pitch entirely. So we'll give you a turner. But Barsapara, when you're looking at it, has always had red soil, good for in terms of good bounce and be seam friendly. You're not going to change that entirely. If you try changing it to the other extreme, you'll get what you got in Eden Gardens. So what the curators have done, technically, this is one of those things where like, we did what you asked for. You said a turning wicket, so this is a turning wicket. It will turn in a couple of days for sure. You're already seeing the spinners able to generate some good revs. They're getting the ball to talk. I don't think that I don't think it's entirely what they wanted. Weirdly enough, it's entirely what would actually suit their team.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough to say what is it, because now Siddharth has put a doubt in my mind saying this was whole thing. He actually didn't want that pitch, but has said it. I don't know whether that is true or not.
Could be, you know why? Because Sitanshu Kota came out also and said that no one would have wanted a pitch like that.
Then why did you say that you wanted a pitch like that?
He also said that Gambhir was trying to deflect from
man, this is Inception. I need to figure out. It's dreams within dreams.
It's Gambhir reception.
Yeah. No, it's gossiption.
No, okay. I mean,
Gautam
just
Gambhir.
I don't want it to be Inception level for our viewers. Just to break it down, doesn't matter what is the pitch that the team wants. Let's just break it down to the pitch that India got at Eden versus the pitch that they've got here. I still firmly believe that this is a pitch, as Shane also said, this is a pitch that will help India do much better than that pitch. Which I know during our lunchtime show, which was again Inception, which was to be the tea time show but has become lunchtime show. During our lunchtime show, which is the second break, I mentioned this. There are a lot of viewers on social media are getting impatient. What is this pitch? See, this is not the pitch. Pitch merchants were trashing the Kolkata pitch in this pitch. Look what has happened to India. The thing is, now you're not used to seeing partnerships. You're not used to seeing 2 sessions with only 2 wickets to fall. So a lot of you got a bit anxious. Don't. This is normal test cricket. Now I know a lot of you would be feeling okay because 6 are down. This is probably in the realm of test cricket you're used to. But this is what we expected, and we said it even in that time, that be patient. I think wickets will fall. This final session was going to be crucial. I think India has snapped up a wicket more than they would have been happy with, which is good enough. 6 down. It is, as I said, this pitch will get worse. India's best chance to score runs will come on day 2. Unless there is a miracle and the remaining 4 wickets bat out the second day, which I don't see happening. New ball has been taken and it is going to trouble the batters when they come out to bat. And again, for the first half hour, there will be some sort of juice. So I expect India, maybe, who knows, by the first session itself, India come out to bat, or at least by tea time. Tea time is the first break here. They come out to bat at the end of the first session. I think there's a good possibility of India doing that. And I think from there on, the next 2 sessions are going to be the best sessions for anyone to bat on. You've got to really optimize the run. So it's a long test match. It's going to go 3-4 days. So plenty to play for. And right now, despite the fact that they've lost the toss, I think they're in a good position. 2 4 7 for 6. The onus then will be on the Indian batters. I said this earlier that the Indian batting also, when batting conditions are good and not like Eden Gardens, has the ability to get runs. There are batters in this team that can get hundreds. The one batter that they're missing, and I go back to that England tour where India did it on time and time again. The one batter missing is Shubman Gill. I know you're going to miss him, but I still see this Indian batting pile up some runs. So if South Africa get 300, I see this Indian batting lineup also get 300 odd. Again, I'm preempting what some of you said, that that was Bashir and Tongue, and so you can get runs, but it's going to be a test for these South African bowlers also in flatter conditions.
I mean, if you have to you can't downplay Mr. Bashir here. That one delivery, Lords, Siraj defended, came down, hit the stump. Clunk, one bail fell off.
And we are going gaga over Harmer, and he deserves that. But also he got quite friendly conditions in that test match. His true test also will be in the first innings now.
Yeah.
In the first innings. Second innings, again, he'll get a lot of assistance.
And sure. Simon Harmer, even previously in that, 10 years ago, he got helpful conditions. He got 2 consecutive 4-wicket hauls in the 2 tests that he played in. So, yes, this will be the ultimate test for Simon Harmer. But this time, in addition to Keshav Maharaj, you have Senuran Muthuswamy also. Yeah. And you got Aiden Markram. So, you have 4 spinners in that sense. But the Indian batting, now, in ranked turners, they have never stepped up. Be it Pune 2017.
But this is not a rank turner.
This isn't a rank turner. But then again, adjustments. How quickly can you make the adjustments?
But
not
this is your bread and butter. No, you born and brought up in these conditions. Yeah. So if you can't adjust to your natural conditions, then how will you adjust?
Then you deserve to be whitewashed in the series, and you deserve to have question marks over your WTC final appearance. If it comes down to it, these kind of conditions are ideal for you, and I really hope that if they do go on to win the test match, I know it's still a long way away, that they end up course correcting.
I know.
If they win this test match, then this should then be the template.
It should
have
be.
A dry pitch, good for batting the first 2 days, then kind of begins to break up, helps the spinners. That should be your template. We don't know whether it pans out for India that way or not. We are just preempting what might happen in this test match. I think it'll all also boil down to the fact that India will be batting last. So it'll be a close test match. lots of sessions. We might be sitting here and saying, wow, I'd rather be in South Africa's place. Maybe other session, no, I'd rather be in India's place. That might happen in this test match.
It'll be a seesaw test match for sure. And course correction, I hope. Because in 2024, we felt after the England series, yes, they have turned the corner. But it took one loss when they were dismissed for 46 in the first innings in Bengaluru, conveniently ignoring that they got 460 in the second innings. No, they didn't have to revert to type rank turners. Pune and Mumbai. Mumbai was even worse. Here, your top score till now is 49, and until now, with about 5 innings played in this test series, the highest score, there's only been 150. Temba. That's it. So, whether this pitch will become better and India get a lead over South Africa, that it remains to be seen, honestly. Because even the South Africans, they have got all bases covered. They've got Bosch, they have got Mulder, they have got... no, they don't have Bosch, sorry. They have Janssen, they have Mulder, they have 4 spinners. So,
what do you make of Pant's captaincy?
He is very well in that MS Dhoni template of captaincy. I know he takes him as his guru and he followed the guru's mantra to the hilt. Second session, he just allowed the game to drift. He allowed it. Then somebody, I think, told him, boss, I think you have drifted it too far. You have to pull things back. And that's why...
when you start comparing him to MS, you'll come up with some praise. But you said it in a negative way.
And then he wonders.
Dhoni, the test captain, let's be honest. Yes, he did achieve a series win in New Zealand. He became, first time he reached the number 1 ranking under his captaincy. Agreed, all that is agreed. But for far too often, he was accused of allowing the game to drift away. And he had the personnel to pull things back. In the modern era, I don't know whether he had that personnel to pull things back. Which is why he course corrected, luckily, and you got 4 wickets in the last session.
Yeah, I think Pant in the second session, there were times where I was like, what is he doing? Kuldeep got a wicket. He only bowled 2 overs after getting that wicket. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's not a pacer. You don't need to take him off. Please bowl him.
Imagine it was Anil Kumble.
Or Bajul livid.
He would have taken the ball himself.
Yeah. Like, what are you mad? What are you doing? And see, that was one. Then I think there were a lot of bowling changes that felt like they were happening for the sake of it. Like he was trying, okay, let's bring this bowler, let's bring that bowler, let's try confusing them. But the batters were very well set. What is it that helped you? Sustained pressure. And when you saw that one was getting into wicket taking this thing, you kept bowling him. That's the best way to go about it. You were looking for wickets. You took the second new ball with in the second, after 2 balls of the 80th over had started. Why? You were looking for wickets. Much better. Test cricket, you have to make things happen. If you wait for it to happen, then the other team will make something happen and you'll just stay waiting. You can't wait. You have to seize the initiative.
Plus, the other thing is where the series is at the moment with South Africa leading, why would they want anything to happen? Exactly. You have to make things happen. They rather let the test match drag on and extend it as much as they want. Anyway, you'll be losing overs every day, so we've already been told it'll be 4.5 day test match, even if it goes the full distance because of light. But yeah, I also felt he chatters a lot. I mean, I like that chattering, but it's just next level. Like for every delivery, there are like some 5 instructions. Anyway, that I think is to keep the team in good spirit. But I thought there were times where I remember Washi was getting that extra bounce. You needed to have some few fielders up close. I know it's a catch-22 situation where you're also trying to stop runs because a partnership is developing. But then that's how you put pressure, and especially overseas batters, they find it sometimes intimidating and tough. And that extra bounce is the one that will get you the wicket. There's not too much turn on offer at the moment. So that's a trick I think he missed, but I also like the fact that he got on the new ball, didn't wait for it, even though there was a risk of the light being taken by the batter, but gave the new ball there and then, no, I need to utilize it now. 80 overs are done. Also, the decision was helped by the fact no reverse swing happening. If it had been happening, he may have delayed it a bit, but he said, no, forget spinners, new ball, get you that wicket. It's a bit of a game changer. To that, the next question is, has India played the right 11 in this test match? By the way, I must say that it's exactly the 11 that I had picked on the eve of the game, with Nitish Kumar Reddy as well as Sai Sudarshan coming in for Akshar Patel. I got Akshar out and Medar, and that's exactly the 11 that they've gone in with. But is it the right 11 now that you have the benefit of hindsight? You've seen how the pitch has behaved.
Too early, but what if the batting order doesn't live up to expectations?
So what would you have done?
I mean, I would have kept an Aksar. I know that 4 spinners, the underutilization, one would definitely get underutilized. But here you're underutilized in Nitish Reddy, 4 overs. You bowled him far less than what he bowled in Ahmedabad, 5 overs in the West Indies game. In a match where there are 6-7 bowling options, one will definitely get underutilized. If the batting performs well and gets a lead or something and puts pressure on Saudi, then I think we can say, speaking at this point, because India haven't batted yet, I think then it's the best playing 11. But what if they don't do well with the bat? You have packed one specialist in Sai. By the way, my other deeper question is, in the team sheet, Washington is at 8.
No, if that happens, I'm going to have a go at the team. You can't be making those changes like every second game. Yeah. Now you gave Washington, he's the highest run getter of the series, by the way.
Yes.
You can't be giving him one match and then now getting him at 7 and 8. I don't know, team sheet says that, but that's not, cast in stone. We know that.
Exactly.
That's just.
Yeah.
If that does happen, then my 11, you and I had picked the same. There was just one difference.
Yeah.
You had kept Washington at 3 and Sai lower down.
Correct.
And what I did was the opposite. So far, basis team sheet, it looks like they're going with mine. Of course, that can change. Change because again, those aren't cast in stone. They're not. It doesn't mean that if you've named that, then that's the exact batting order they have to go with. Yeah. But having said that, I think this is the best 11 they could have gone with. For only one simple reason. I don't think they're looking at Nitish as someone who's going to be shouldering a lot of bowling workload. Number one. Number two, if not for Nitish, you would have been playing another left-hander. And your big problem, my biggest hint which I had picked up from Pant's PC, he said that we are aware of this issue of too many left-handers and we are going to course correct. Once he said that, then it's a shoo-in that Nitish Kumar Reddy is batting because they don't have any other left-handers in the squad. They don't have any right-handers in the squad, sorry. So I think Nitish is there purely to balance out, to give them 4 right-hand options or 3 right-hand options?
See, you have KL,
Jurel and Nitish. Yeah, so 3. So you needed him. Otherwise, you were going to go in with 6 left-handers and 2 righties, which would have been a problem. It would have been a problem.
See,
so this is the best 11 they could have named.
I don't find that a problem. I know that the team does think like that. I gave you an example of India playing all right-handers at one point. And so it was never seen as a problem. I don't know why this new age cricket looks at it like that. You play your best batters. Why I had put Nitish there, because I thought because of the moisture, there could be some sort of assistance for fast bowling where I would need a third backup fast bowler. And if it's good for batting, and how long can I bowl a Bumrah as well as Siraj? That's why I got a Nitish. Primarily because I thought I can sacrifice a spinner because he'll be under bowled and get a seam bowling all-rounder. That's the only option I had, and I needed batting till late. Not because of righty I got him. But now in hindsight, with the way the pitch is, I think I would have gone with an Aksar. Now I'll tell you why. Yeah. For me, it doesn't matter left hand, right hand. That's just a good batter is a good batter. He'll get runs irrespective. The reason I'm saying that is because you played 4 spinners on a pitch which was helping spinners, where you had one was going to get under bowled, so you didn't need too much. Now you got a flatter pitch where you actually now require another dimension to your bowling, maybe might help you get. And anyway, Nitish, you think in these conditions which are not helpful, is not going to get you any wickets. So he's of no use as a bowler. That I'm only playing with 5. Argument is 5 is also enough, fine. But then I don't see India's batting suffering much between Nitish and Akshar. There's nothing to suggest that Nitish is a better batter than Akshar. So I'm not losing anything out there. So with that, if I can get another bowling option, who knows? It's a flatter pitch. What if there is a partnership I need, and even if it crumbles, Akshar comes into the game later on and will give me as much batting as a Nitish Kumar Reddy. My only point is, on a helpful pitch where you didn't need 4 spinners, you didn't need. 2 may also have done the job as it did for South Africa, because conditions are so helpful. Now you don't have a helpful condition. Now is when you need to bolster that part of your game and put in place. And there you've decided to drop him and get somebody who doesn't bowl spin. So that's the only thing in hindsight I'm saying it. As I showed you that would have been my 11. But I didn't realize that there was no help on offer for the fast bowlers. The wickets that have come have been purely based on the class that Bumrah and Siraj have. And that's why I say, and again, that's the other example, a big lesson for me, why Kuldeep needs to be played every test match. Because even when you will have a test match where conditions are not to your liking, a bowler like Kuldeep will pick wickets. Yeah. That's what a Kuldeep Yadav brings to the table. Maybe other spinners might need conditions, but Kuldeep, Bumrah, Siraj, these are your bowlers. They need to have few deliveries, magical deliveries which they can produce, and they get you wickets.
Also, the other problem, we're talking about skillful bowlers coming to the fore. Nitish doesn't come across as a skillful bowler yet. He's at best a placeholder. Works fine
Does he come across as a bowler? Let's be honest.
Yeah, he doesn't even come across as a bowler at this point in time.
Bowler, yeah.
Skillful bowler is pushing it too far. He's a decent enough bowler if you need 2 overs in a T20 game. Is he that kind of player who can bowl longer spells? Again, I always say this for an all-rounder in Test cricket. Is he going to be good enough to do just one skill if it really comes down to it? I have no problem with his batting. He's bowling on the other hand.
Those batting numbers have also been down for some reason.
That Melbourne.
I agree. I'm just saying, I know that
Akshar's batting numbers on the other hand.
Akshar is a top batter, and that's where Akshar comes in better as an all-rounder. Is that I know if he doesn't contribute much with the ball, there's a very good chance he'll give me plenty with the bat. With Nitish, my returns with the ball, which I'm expecting, are almost non-existent.
Yeah.
And that's a big problem.
Plus, he's not giving much with the bat also at this point in time. So, I don't know how Nitish's stocks have managed to climb at a time when your best lower order batter in Akshar Patel has actually delivered the goods. I mean, had he had support from the other end, but the way he was batting in Kolkata, who knows what could have
If there wasn't a collapse.
Yeah, I mean, you had that buffer until that point in time. But I don't know. I really don't know why Akshar is the fall guy now. From Kuldeep, it has now shifted to Akshar.
I mean, I won't call him a fall guy yet. I think you needed to strike that balance. But as I said, we're only saying it with benefit of hindsight. Now, if you ask me, can I tweak? I may take that option.
Yeah. Steve Ticolo is like saying, Sundar does not get to bowl against righties due to the matchup. How will he get good at it?
Agreed.
White ball coaching being done here, Test, no place of matchup.
I agree. I don't understand this thing. I mean, if you're playing in Test, then again, it all comes down to skill. And if you're a skillful offie, you will be able to get wickets even against right-handers. Simple as.
I mean,
And that Deepti Sharma interview I did, what did she say?
I don't believe in...
What is this? I'm an off spinner, I can't bowl against a righty.
I know. Thank God Nathan Lyon isn't playing for India in this current era. He would have been so frequently dropped that he would have not gone to 560 wickets.
But also I'll point out one thing in the women's game right now, it's less about power and more about skill. Which is perhaps one reason why I feel finger spinners haven't gone out of fashion as much or as badly as they have in, say, men's white ball cricket. Men's white ball cricket, finger spinners are a dying form.
Left arm spinners.
I mean right arm left to finger spinners. How many off spinners do you see? How many pure off spinners? The only off spinners you'll see are batters who'll bowl a part-time offie. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, you got, forget GT Sharma, there's Ash Gardner, who's a brilliant finger spinner at this point in time. So, yeah. Okay, Kohli Go is like saying, so his real name is Kunal Garg, which you asked yesterday. Yes.
Hello, Kunal.
Hello, Kunal. It's okay to criticize, he's telling me, someone of his behavior, but to call a clown is absolutely pathetic. By the way, it is the tabloid that called him a clown.
Yeah, not him. He just Kohli. Kohli being called a clown for the Constas thing.
That I think was uncalled for.
That
tabloid should...
That tabloid said it. We are just saying, but yes, the behavior was like that.
Correct. But yeah, the clown was pushing it. I also agree.
Man, that particular tabloid was on fire.
We also called him out, but we didn't use such derogatory words.
That tabloid I remember was on fire. Kohli, I am your father. Called Rohit a crybaby. All that nonsense.
West
because
Australian,
they make their money through that only. Outrageous headlines and
it was the clickbait in real life.
Yeah.
I love mutton biryani is saying 99 for 1 at lunch and then lost it by the end of the day. Trying to think of worse defeats, but surely it's up there. And also without their 2 best bowlers too. Well put.
This will haunt England.
Correct, mutton biryani. Do check out our live we did right after. We've discussed the entire Ashes Test match at length. The video is there. We just did about an hour ago.
2-day test match.
And Mr. Mutton Biryani is back again saying, good day for India. The batters now get at least a 100-run lead. Yeah.
Exactly. That's why I said, for them, the aim should be get them below 300, which is a possibility. If you can get 400, nothing like it. Shouldn't be impossible, but at least get some sort of lead. You'll need the lead. You're batting last.
Yep.
And pitch will get worse.
Yes. Okay.
I can't read the ad. Please go up. In the Fab Four, Smith and Kohli will always be the top 2.
That's Doggy Daniel, is it?
Yeah, Doggy Daniel. Yeah. I don't know why YouTube has done this thing that they put the @ name instead of the user, instead of the main name. Please replace this feature. It's bad.
Yeah.
In the Fab
Or
Force-
what I can suggest to everyone who just sends us a chat, at the end of your question, just write your name.
Suffix your name, please.
Yeah.
It says that in the Fab Four, Smith and Kohli will always be the top two. Kohli dominated in Australia. Root has failed. 10,000 runs can't be the benchmark. Then Viv and Haydos aren't great too. No, please, no.
No one's counting
This
10K as the benchmark.
And I'm sorry, but no, 10K shouldn't be the benchmark. But when it comes to the top two, sorry, for me, the top two in the Fab Four, it's Smith and Root. It's not
In
Kohli.
test match cricket.
Yeah,
Only
in
in
test
test
match
matches,
cricket.
Yeah, but overall,
It's Kohli and the rest.
I think Viv and Haydos I mean, they were fantastic test players. But what really, adds to their aura is their white ball.
Yeah.
I mean, in Viv's case, it was played with red ball. I mean, one day.
Yes.
80 strike rate back in those days
form
was
also
madness.
adds to that aura.
Yeah.
So they are super greats. Not because of that 10,000, but had they not had such great careers in one day international, then maybe they would have been judged slightly differently in test matches.
Yeah.
Yep. So yes, 10K is not the benchmark at this point.
And if 10K is not the benchmark, then only dominating Australia is the benchmark.
But if you go overall Fab 4, then I think Smith and Kohli, when I say overall, as in
White ball
batsmanship,
also. Yeah.
then I think they are ahead of Root.
Kohli and Smith.
Yeah.
As far as white ball, yes. they're
If you
better.
just look at test match, then yes.
Smith and Root.
Correct.
For test, those two are the top two of the Fab Four.
Yeah.
Ashish Dar says, good pitch or bad pitch. Test match finished in Perth under 2 days. Not a good advertisement. It's not the pitch, but the temperament of players for test. Agree.
That is the point.
Good point. I mean, at the end of the day, packed house. It was lovely to see Perth. They
50,000.
turned up in good numbers. They deserve, if nothing, at least 3 days of a test match. 3 full days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then get to the 4th day. Just finish off that day. They'd have been very happy also.
Yeah, I mean, Monday anyway, nobody would have come. So,
True.
Sunday.
Sunday would have been ideal. Yep. Ashish there. GG choosing team like cuisine. Kabhi Indian, kabhi Chinese. Really?
Oh, God.
Vibes. Really vibes.
So the one thing is I feel there's too many changes that keep happening. You need stability. Yeah.
There are two things which I used to hate about the Indian team in the latter parts of Kohli's captaincy. One was this thing, and not necessarily Kohli captaincy, but post-COVID, this demand of rank turners.
Yeah.
Number 2 used to be horses for courses. Both have returned with a vengeance. Like, you didn't do it right, but we'll do it even worse. I don't understand.
In separate eras.
Uh-huh.
This is a combination of both.
Yeah, exactly.
Arvind Atreyas, Australia, Stark, Cummins, Head, 3 clutch players of all time in same team.
Agreed.
May I add one more? Steve Smith.
Yeah.
Clutch. Even there also.
And Travis Head.
He's mentioned
Head
Head.
to is number
Stark,
one.
Cummins,
Oh,
Head.
Head. Oh, yeah, of course.
How
Yeah,
can
yeah.
any list be complete on this day?
Yeah, exactly. 123 of 83 here. Come on.
Freaking Awesome says NKR short spells won't make any impacts in tests unless we're playing on pacer-friendly wickets. But his 4-5 overs can be handy if he plays ODIs. Agreed. There's a decent, at least a placeholder bowler there in white ball cricket. Red ball though, no.
Yeah.
No.
Which is what Rookie Techie is stressing. Why NKR? Why bits and pieces players? Why not proper batter? If we lose series, then credit goes to selection. First time there is no specialist batter in middle order.
And he suffixes
I mean,
names.
let me just ask you this quite honestly. If you had to choose, just hypothetically, any name in this current scenario between, I'm just looking at batting because bowling, you're right, there's no contribution. Between a Reddy and a Sarfaraz, who would you play in the team?
Sarfaraz, eyes closed.
There you
Plus
go.
2.
So you have that option available, but you don't want to.
Even if you don't want a Sarfaraz, if there was any other batter of repute who's playing domestic right now, I'd have given him this thing said, please.
Yeah, I mean, get Ruturaj or who else you think
Please.
at the moment.
Hell, get Sanju if need be.
Yeah, but I'm talking about red ball form, so
Abhimanyu is not in good form, unfortunately.
yeah,
Iswaran.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kishore.
Kishore.
Padikkal, if you've got him in the scheme of
Padikkal, yeah,
things.
but again left-hander. Another
And
left-hander.
you played
Matchups.
full teams,
Yeah.
yeah. All 8 batters used to
Exactly.
be right-hander. How does that?
Matchup.
Yeah,
make it
RF DX points out. RF XD though points out. Hazelwood, another clutch player. Yeah.
Agreed. How can you forget Hazel God?
Yeah, he's been part of all in the last decade. Part of all format ICC champions. T20 World Cup, 2 ODI World Cups, WTC. Oh, he's not in WTC, sorry. Hazelwood wasn't there in WTC. Kishore is like saying, agree with Nikhil bhai. Felt Aksar was missed in this pitch. He could have been handful.
Oh, he's also a skilled bowler, right?
And you'll miss him in the second innings, actually.
Yes.
You'll miss him more that time. But I guess if it's very helpful conditions, then probably even Jadeja, Washi and Kuldeep should do the job. But I'm saying if I had to, never know.
Dev Pratap Singh Chauhan. Having special bowlers like Bumrah and Kuldeep in the team and asking for doctored pitches is itself foolish.
Correct.
Kuldeep would have won the England series.
Agreed.
So I'm saying this is proof. Good batting
Absolutely.
pitches also. Kuldeep will pick up wickets.
To the point. Dev
Syed
Pratap.
Nizamuddin says you never know what will happen in the next moment. That's the beauty of Test cricket. That's what makes it.
I have a feeling this will be an exciting test.
Yeah, 100%. It's going to seesaw.
Seas.
I have a feeling that it's
Yep.
going to be like that.
Henry Olonga joins us.
Oh.
Wow. Isn't dominating everywhere, especially Oz, England, New Zealand, SA, a main benchmark to be great, or just average in 10,000 runs? Also, most on flat tracks of England without major wins. Root has played nearly 20 tests in Oz.
Only one disagreement I have there is this flat tracks of England. The flat tracks have only been there recently. Majority of his career he was playing on proper English pitches,
Yes.
which can be a handful to bat, huh?
And yes, barring Australia, he's got a great record in New Zealand and South Africa also.
He-
I mean, even in
Yeah.
Australia, it's fine.
Yeah.
21 he came in that Chennai pitcher.
Yeah.
221.
Minefield of a.
In fact, I think he was coming off
He got a double
3
century.
consecutive
Sri Lanka as well.
triples. Yeah, double centuries. I think.
And in Sri Lanka, they were serving them up gaddas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why this thing of, Australia is only the benchmark? Then to
See, I agree. Kohli has a good record consistent against all of the nations there. I agree with that. But he didn't get to 10,000 average. I mean, that will be the biggest mystery. How could he not have gone to 10,000 runs? And his average dipped to below 50. That will hurt. That will indeed hurt.
Okay, on that note, we'll take your leave. Thank you very much for your company. We'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Day
Only this
2.
match to go to.
Only this
The
match.
Ashes is done.
Ashes is done for a few days now.
Yeah, indeed.
You guys take care. Lots more content up on Sports Today. Do check that out. From Siddharth, Shane and I, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.